The opinions expressed in this show are the views of the host and not necessarily that of WTRW, 94.3 The Talker, or the Bold Gold Media Group.
The following presentation is brought to you by the host of the program, who is solely responsible for its content.
Portions transcribed.
All Century 21 real estate offices are independently owned and operated.
This is the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate. Good morning. I'm Jackie Ruddy, broker, and with Pat Devaney, my husband and fellow realtor.
Good morning, Jackie. How are you today?
Excellent. How are you?
I'm good. I'm in a secure, undisclosed location.
Yes, we're calling in. And again, we have with us our guest, Bill Mountain, owner of Bill Mountain's Thorough Clean, who's also on the phone with us, and he's in Blakely calling us this morning. Hello, Bill.
Hello, good morning. How are you guys?
Thanks for being here with us. We're here every Saturday at 11 a.m. and Sunday at 11:30 a.m. where we cover various real estate topics. We're a full-time real estate office with many relentless realtors who've been guiding, assisting, and advising clients in real estate matters for 50 years.
During the week, feel free to email us with any questions you have at questions@jruddy.com. That's questions@jruddy.com. Or you can give us a call at 570-344-6724, and you will get an answer. And when you're at jruddy.com, click on the webcam tab, which is on the top of the page, and we have a webcam on the roof, and it's taking a picture of Dunmore Corners. We actually get thousands of hits a month on that.
I'm sure that has increased.
Yes, everybody's home.
Yeah. Check us out on social media, Pinterest, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook. View our listings, search the MLS listings, and listen to archive radio shows by going to mobilefriendlyjruddy.com. That's JRUDDY.com. And if you call our office and you're looking for information on a home you saw for sale, or you're looking to put a home on the market for sale, if you stay on the line, you will be connected with a live agent. Okay, Bill Mountain, we had you on last week. You're the owner of Bill Mountain's Thorough Clean. If we could just have a brief description of who you are and what you do with services you provide, please.
Okay. So we're carpet cleaning, upholstery cleaning, area rug cleaning, tile and grout, pretty much anything regarding to floors and textiles. We clean.
Right. So, and you thoroughly clean, right?
We do.
Hence the name, Bill Mountain's Thorough Clean. And you are considered an essential business.
We are.
Open.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, we've been open since the beginning, and yep.
All right. So last week we talked about carpet and rug cleaning. This week we want to talk to you about upholstery cleaning and tile grout cleaning and hardwood floor cleaning. So let's start with upholstery. There's a right way to clean upholstered items, and if you don't clean it correctly, you're looking to live with this terrible, unsightly mess that you created, or you have to replace a very expensive item. So it's really important that we do it right. So what do you have to say about the right way to clean upholstery, please?
Right, it is, and it's upholstery. It's a little bit different than carpet in that there's a lot of different type of fibers that are related to upholstery more than carpet. There's a lot more upholstery that has more natural fibers, and so there's a lot more challenges when it comes to upholstery cleaning. It's much easier to damage as a result of cleaning, and a lot of professional cleaners shy away from it. They just don't want to take the liability on. But if you're properly trained, as we have been, you can clean it successfully, clean it well, and and properly. But it's important that the proper steps are taken, and that it's so that you have success with it.
So your methods are different, or your products are different on, like, say, a synthetic material as opposed to, say, natural materials, microfiber or leather?
Correct. So microfiber is a common one we see. That's a synthetic material that we see a lot with. I mean, that's probably one of the most popular ones that we see in many of the sectionals and recliners, and it cleans up very well. So in that type of it depends on the type of solution we use to pre-spray it with in order to break the bond of the soil with the material. We can use some pretty higher pH product with that versus if we were going to clean a cotton sofa or a satin piece or a rayon, something like that. We have to be careful of dye migration or the piece browning or something like that. So we have to use some caution, lower moisture process, making sure that it dries fast, and things like that. So knowing what the fiber is one of the biggest parts of what we do.
So how often, I mean, I'm sure you get the call when there's been a spill or something that's happened to a piece, but how often on a regular maintenance basis should we be cleaning our upholstered items?
Yeah, well, it depends on just like carpeting and where it's located in the home and how often it gets used, and we want to clean it from a sanitary aspect of it as well. If we're a lot of homes, we have family rooms, we're around the TV a lot, and oftentimes that's where we're eating, that's where we're spending our family time. We do that in our home frequently, especially on Friday nights, movie nights, having pizza and stuff, and things get spilled and all that. So, versus if you have a formal living room, which I've seen in many homes, and that hardly gets used, they wouldn't have to be done, obviously, as frequently, unless there's a spill accident on there that we need to take care of. But the family room type of things where it's getting used literally every day, I would say that would be more frequent, on an annual basis at least.
Right. So, oftentimes, because of the cloth material, I find myself vacuuming it, every so often, especially the areas which are getting used regularly. Here we vacuum it, take the cushions and vacuum the whole back, sides, under the cushions itself, and then I think I'm good. So you actually do a lot more of a thorough clean?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And again, vacuuming is the best thing you can do. And you think vacuuming is good for carpet because it keeps it from helping to wear out. Your upholstery material is a lot thinner. It can wear out a lot easier and faster. So vacuuming is really a key component to that. And just taking your time. A lot of good vacuum cleaners will have attachments to it. Little crevice tool, little hand, like an upholstery tool that you can use to vacuum it off. That's why it's good to get a good vacuum cleaner that has those things and gets down in the crevices and of the piece. You mentioned underneath the cushions on the deck of it. That's a great idea down inside it a little bit. Yeah, and it's really good and essential to vacuum it. And then what we do is, and that's actually the first part of the process that we do when we come in to clean someone's pieces, that we'll vacuum it very well. Then we're going to test the material. We want to make sure we know what we're cleaning, and once we know and identified it as synthetic or natural, then we're going to apply the appropriate solution to use on it, particularly the areas where it's heavier soil, where the hands are, the seat cushions, the back of the headrest where the head sits, and the hair stuff gets on there. We want to loosen that up so that we can then flush it out. We have a special hand tool that we use with our machine that flushes that out safely without over-wetting it.
We've always had that application at time of purchase, the stain guard. We've always done that, and it's usually one and done, but does that wear off in time, after some time?
It does, yes. And just like carpeting, as the material bends and flexes, and just from overuse, from being used on it, sitting on it, carpeting, it's about a 2 to 3 year period with average traffic Upholstery, I would say probably the same thing. If it's being sat on, pretty much every day, then it's a good idea when you have it clean to just have it replaced. We can reapply a protector on there. Doesn't leave any extra moisture, and it dries quickly right along with it. And as it dries, it's going to set up. And so then if you get an accidental spill or something on there, it just literally beads up, and it works very well.
Yeah, we have a rule in the house. We have a son, and the rule is no food or drink in the living room. I have been in people's houses where you pull the couch out and you pull the cushion out if you're looking for something. You find Cheerios and goldfish, and oh my goodness! So, and I've gotten yelled at too because I break the rule once in a while. So, but the general rule is no food or drink in the living room, right, Jackie?
Generally, yes, unless Mom's out, and then I find the empty bag of potato chips on the coffee table, and I freak out. But I'm the one that has to clean. But then there's that residue that's left on your fingers, and then you're touching the cushions, and then there you go, right?
That's right.
So,
that's right.
And we don't need any unnecessary extra work, do we, Pat?
No, absolutely not.
No. I'm thinking about pet odors. So are the detergents you use to clean, do they also help with the odor removal, or is that something else?
Yes. So there's a couple of different types of pet odors, and one is particularly dogs, but most any animal, and it depends on the size of the animal and the type of animal, or but they secrete an oil, and oils can get into the carpet or the textiles depending on if they're laying down. And over some time, that oil it kind of gives off an odor because it's like like if you ever have that wet doggy smell.
Yes.
You ever catch that in someplace? Yeah. So, I mean, we've been in homes where that's very extreme. Someone will have like 4 or 5 golden Labradors, or golden retrievers, yellow labs, or something like the big dogs, and and they're in the home, and because they love their dogs and they're beautiful dogs, but they do that, and so it in the summertime when there's humidity, there's moisture in the air. Moisture will reactivate that type of odor. And so, and that's just some oils. And so the cleaning agents that we use help to break those oils out and help us to flush that out. And oftentimes that'll just take care of it. Now, the second type of odor that we see a lot is from urine. And there's some pet accidents that happen, or they just can frequently go either from cats or dogs or whatever they may have. And depending on if there's just an accident or two, then you may not get that much of an odor from it. If it's something that's done more frequently in the same type of area, and it gets down into the backing and the padding and the subfloor of the area, then it may create a bigger problem. And wintertime, you may not smell it. Summertime comes along, wow, sometimes it can just be overwhelming. And so we can address that type of odor as well.
Very good. Now, how about your products in terms of allergies? Are they allergy-friendly, or do you have to use special products for that?
So we have cleaning. Yes, it all is allergy-friendly. And allergens like pet dander and dust mites and things like that. Again, when we're flushing out, we're literally extracting out with our truck mount system using water, and it gets all flushed out into that truck. Now, we do have products specifically for allergens and people that have high sensitivities with those type of allergens. It's a product that we can apply after everything has been cleaned, and it actually denatures the protein in the allergen, and it's a completely natural product. It's made from fruits and vegetable extracts, and it just does a phenomenal job. It's very powerful. It's completely natural. There's no odor to it. There's no VOCs or none of that stuff. And it works really, really well. It's been out for a couple of decades, and it's very powerful. And I have a son that has asthma, and so we've been very vigilant in how we clean and apply those type of things, and it just works really good.
Okay, good. Bill Mountain, owner of Bill Mountain's Thorough Clean. How does someone get in touch with you, please?
Well, our website is therugcleaner.com, therugcleaner.com, and then on also our home office number. Our office number is 570-689-2770.
And you are an essential business, and you are out doing your thing, cleaning carpets, rugs, upholstery, and hard floor surfaces such as tile and hardwood floors, correct?
Correct, yes, yep.
Great.
We've been essential since the beginning, and we're using safety precautions. We're sanitizing our tools. We're keeping social distance and all that. Yep.
And if there was never a better time to sanitize our homes and our businesses, because you offer commercial services as well as residential services, correct?
Correct. Yes.
And
some of the commercial places have had us come in and do
in their places of business. So this would be a great time to get it all cleaned and sanitized.
Yes, and we've done that. We've done that with a lot of churches and things like that, and doing some extra sanitizing for them.
Wonderful. Okay, good. Some metro areas see 50 to 80% drop in new listings. So although the news of COVID-19 first appeared in January, the real estate industry wasn't really affected until lockdowns began in mid-March. And that drove housing inventory numbers across the nation down. Metro areas with high infection rates, strict quarantines, and where real estate has been declared non-essential
in Pennsylvania
are at the top of the list. So here's the metros. Here's the breakdown with the biggest drops in new listings. Number 1, Allentown, PA, minus 80.5%. Number 2, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, is minus 80%. Number 3, yours truly, Scranton, PA, minus 78%. 4, Detroit, Michigan, is down 75.3 in new listings. 5, Buffalo, New York, minus 69.5%. 6, Grand Rapids, Michigan, minus 69.4%. 7, New York City, New York, minus 67.9%. 8, Bridgeport, Connecticut, minus 67.1%. 9, New Haven, Connecticut, minus 56.3%. And 10, San Francisco, California, minus 56.1%. So that's a list that I'd rather not be on, but we are on it.
Well, we're in the top 10 for something. Something I'd rather not be on a list for.
Stay with the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21, Jack Reddy Real Estate on 94.3 FM The Talker. We'll be back after a very brief break.
The talented team of professionals at Century 21 Jack Reddy Real Estate. They're not just real estate agents. They're agents of change. They're on a never-ending quest for the best for you and your family. They can help you find precisely what you want at this time in your life. A computer, a website, an app, and a listing by itself can't do that. They're obsessed with better and deliver extraordinary, embracing the what if, not just the what's been done before, with a level of accountability and honesty not found anywhere else in the real estate industry. Don't settle for average, okay, or just all right. This change in your life is monumental, and there's only one Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate that will help you rock that change. Call 570-344-6724 and visit jruddy.com, JRUDDY.com. Each Century 21 office is independently owned and operated.
We're back with more Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate on 94.3 FM The Talker. I'm Jackie Ruddy, broker, and with my husband, fellow realtor, Pat Devaney.
And we're back with Bill.
And we're back with Bill Mountain, owner of Bill Mountain's Thorough Clean. Hello.
Hi guys. How you doing?
Good. We're having a great discussion with you 2 weeks in a row. And I just want to mention that you are an essential business, and you are open, and you're doing a lot of work for especially commercial spaces that have been shut down, declared non-essential. So you're going in and you're cleaning and sanitizing those places as well as your residential services. You clean carpets, rugs, upholstery, and you even do tile and grout cleaning. And that's what we're going to talk about now, the tile and grout cleaning. How much of your business is focused on tile and grout?
It's been growing more and more over the last several years because, number one, there's not too many professionals that really handle tile and grout cleaning properly. And so another thing is, and I'm sure as you guys have seen, homes in construction and remodeling, is that more and more people are choosing that as not only floors but also showers, bathroom remodels, and things like that. So we've been doing quite a bit over the last few years.
Well, I can't think of anything worse. And I'm a cleaner. That's the thing I like to do in the home. I like to clean. I don't know that anybody cleans as well as I do. And
nobody cleans as well as you do. We had a Santa Claus come to the house when Patrick was little, and he had to hide in the bathroom for about 15 minutes, and he came out and he says, "Oh my God!" He goes, "This is the cleanest house I've ever been in."
He said, "I was looking for dirt and I couldn't find it."
Santa Claus says you're clean.
All right, so but I can't think of anything worse than cleaning grout. I mean, what do you do? Get a toothbrush, an old toothbrush, and a soft abrasive, soft scrub, and just sit there for hours? Is that how you clean it?
It is very frustrating for our clients, and when the tile and grout first is installed, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
and
gorgeous. Nothing like it.
It is, and there's so many neat, unique styles and things today that they've come out with. That's why it's such a popular type of floor that people are putting in. But it's and it's not necessarily the tile is the problem. The tile is it's a baked finish. Ceramic tile is a baked finish, so it's not absorbent. Now that's different from natural stone, but it's not absorbent. Soiling and everything sits on top of the tile, so that's fairly easily usually to clean off. What is the challenge is the grout. That's more of a kind of a cement type of product, and so it's absorbent, very absorbent. So spills and stains and soil get down into there, and so we clean with a toothbrush, we clean with a brush or a cleaner, and it's tough because it's not just on the surface; it goes down in a ways. So what we do is we have special cleaners specifically designed for grout and tile that actually have oxygenators in it, and it goes in and it just lifts those that stain and soil right out. And then we have special tools that we hook up to our machine that are literally blasting that soiling out with kind of like almost the pressures of pressure washing, but we're controlling it because we're extracting all the water back out. So it works very well.
Very good. And so do you have actual tips for cleaner, healthier, longer lasting tile and grout? Because tile and grout, you think it's forever, but it can wear out.
Yeah. So, it's a good idea to have it professionally cleaned, and when you have it professionally cleaned, then you could seal it. There's a couple of options for sealing. And in most, I'm going to be honest, that most grout isn't sealed after it's installed. So it's a good idea to do that. And so you could do a clear sealer, which is, it's a liquid clear, usually a solvent-based type of sealer. And there are also some water-based as well. You can apply that on the grout, and that's just going to put a kind of an invisible barrier there. So it keeps the soiling and the stains to the surface of it. And then the other option is to do a stain seal. We've had a lot of clients choose that option, which is it's a color plus a sealer. So maybe they don't like the color of the grout. Maybe they want to go a little bit darker. We can actually change the color and do that. And it holds up for a number of years.
So our whole kitchen is tile. So when you come in the back door, you're stepping on tile. We have an area rug there. Is it important that area rug with the backing have a pad underneath it? Or will it damage the tile if it doesn't?
It doesn't really damage the tile, no. You might want a gripper pad or something on there just to keep it from sliding around if that's a problem. But it doesn't really. Some pads you have to be careful, though. They have I've seen even the back of those. You ever know those bath mats that have those rubber backings on them? I've seen them discolor, especially like a vinyl floor, or I've even seen them over a carpet. And they'll leave a yellowing on it. It's some sort of a chemical reaction. I've not really seen it on tile and grout, but it's not saying that they can't do that. So you have to be careful with that.
Okay, and then how about, you suggested we should be vacuuming our rugs and carpets often, and what about tile? Should that be vacuumed? Yeah.
You want to vacuum it, about as frequently as you do with carpeting. Like at least once a week, just come through and use your extraction tool, or if sometimes vacuum cleaners are set up with a hard floor attachment or adjustment on it, I should say. You can adjust the head of it and go over a hard floor on that, and it's a good idea to do that. And then as your maintenance on it, just use a solution, apply it down, a little brush or something, and then mop it up.
And how about your kitchen table and chairs? If they have, if you're, sitting there sliding them in and out, any recommendations with the legs on the chairs and the table?
They could. Again, your ceramic tile usually is pretty durable, but I've seen where it can scratch it. So, it's a good idea to put a felt. They get those little felt pads underneath the chairs, or rubber cap or something like that you can put on there that will help and lessen the damage from that. Absolutely.
Yeah, we had a wood guy on a couple of years ago, and he said we have a lot of the old furniture, and it has those metal caps underneath every leg, and he told us to take them off of all of the furniture. He says that destroys all kinds of floors and stuff. So we took it off all of our furniture.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Sometimes the caps can fall off and leave a nail. Yeah, and I've seen that. Yeah, do damage.
Any type of cleaning solution which is better for your tile and grout than others?
Well, there are products that you can get probably at some of the big box stores or anything that sells cleaning products. If it's specifically for tile and grout, you could use that. Go by the instructions on the side. More isn't always better. If they say a half ounce per gallon of water, then mix it a half ounce per gallon, because you're just wasting product and issue in there. So, that's usually the best. Something like that, or even a little bit of Dawn dish soap in a bucket of water, something like that. Ken.
And that's sufficient to clean floors.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. And so, a lot of people have wood floors. Very popular. People love them. They're rich looking. And you also provide services to clean those?
Yes, absolutely.
So, and how do you go about doing that? What's your
secret?
On wood floors?
Cleaning process, yes, please.
Yeah, so wood floors, we apply a solution down, and so you got to be careful because there's different types of wood floors. There's solid wood floors. There is engineered wood floors, which is basically a solid wood floor laminated to the top, and then there's some other wood, like type of plywood underneath that. And then you have laminate floors where, there would be a laminate on top of, like, say, a cork board or like the pressed wood. Those you have to be really careful in how much solution you use, because you get that wet, especially on the edge, it could swell up and ruin the floor. So those you have to be really careful. So depending on the type of wood floor that we're cleaning is how we're going to clean it. But we apply a solution. We use a soft brush so they're not going to damage the finish of the wood, and then we're going to extract it up with our machine and our special floor tool that we use that extracts like 99% of the water right up.
Okay. Bill Mountain, owner of Bill Mountain Thorough Clean, and your contact information, please.
TheRugCleaner.com, and also our office number is 570-689-2770.
Thanks so much for coming in, calling in 2 weeks in a row. We had a great discussion with you, Bill. Stay safe and healthy.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Anytime. Remember to tune in next Saturday at 11 a.m. and Sunday at 11:30 a.m. to listen to more of the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21, Jack Ready Real Estate, and 94.3 The Talker. To all our listeners who are dads, happy Father's Day.